One of the biggest hurdles foreign entrepreneurs face when setting up a business in Hong Kong is opening a business account. You may think that opening an account with a well-established traditional bank should be straightforward, but many people find themselves frustrated by the requirements and the process. Hi, I'm Jess from Statrys. Today I'll explain why traditional banks in Hong Kong have these requirements, what the process actually involves, and what alternatives are available for foreign entrepreneurs and business owners. Let's get started. Getting a business account with a traditional bank in Hong Kong used to be much simpler. You could walk into most banks and open a business account with basic documentation. But all this changed after 2001 as global financial regulations tightened to address terrorism, money laundering, and tax evasion concerns. Hong Kong banks responded with stricter vetting, extensive documentation requirements, and mandatory in-person interviews for non-residents. Traditional banks also require you to prove strong business connections to Hong Kong or China, customers, suppliers, or employees based there. If you're an online business serving overseas clients without local operations, many traditional banks will simply decline your application. Even if you do qualify, you'll need to fly to Hong Kong for face-to-face meetings with no guarantee of approval. It's not uncommon to wait weeks or months for an account opening decision and still get rejected. Have you ever heard of de-risking? This is the main reason why traditional banks are cautious about working with small foreign businesses, even if they're incorporated in Hong Kong. Traditional banks evaluate every application based on a simple calculation: compliance cost versus expected revenue. For foreign entrepreneurs, this creates two specific challenges. First, banks don't have good visibility on the size of your business, so they can't estimate how much revenue your account will generate for them. To cover this uncertainty, they may charge high fees and require you to maintain large balances in the account. So even if you get a business account, the cost often makes it less attractive. Second, when shareholders and directors are foreigners not based in Hong Kong, it immediately raises compliance concerns. The bank starts asking, why would a foreigner want to run their business through a Hong Kong company? Addressing this requires closer monitoring of your account, which adds costs for the bank. Without clear visibility on the revenue your account might generate, it becomes a financial risk from their perspective. Banks also want to see genuine business substance connected to Hong Kong: customers, suppliers, operations, or staff based in the region. If you're like most foreign entrepreneurs or small business owners setting up a company in Hong Kong without local operations, you'll likely find it difficult to demonstrate these connections. To sum it up, traditional banks would rather avoid this headache. It's easier just to say no to most non-resident business owners and entrepreneurs trying to open a business account. Another factor that makes opening a business account with a traditional bank difficult is the documentation requirements. First, you'll need your basic company documents, personal identification, and proof of business activity, which is the standard for any fintech or bank. We've covered these main document types in previous videos, which you'll find linked in the description. But what's actually challenging is that traditional banks often require additional documentation from foreign applicants. You may need to provide personal bank statements or detailed proof of your source of funds. This helps banks understand where your money comes from and how you use the account. As a foreigner, some traditional banks may also require your documents to be certified by a third party like a notary or a lawyer. This means extra paperwork, additional time, and extra costs on top of standard application processes. But here's the good news. At Statrys, we skip all that. We use technology that helps us quickly verify the authenticity of your documents. No need for stamps, seals, or waiting around for a lawyer's signature. We'll walk you through the application process so you're not guessing about what documents to provide. While applying for a business account with a traditional bank might take weeks or months and they could still reject you, with Statrys, you get a business account approved in just 3 to 5 business days completely online. You get a multi-currency business account, international payment capabilities, competitive exchange rates, and everything you need to run a global business. No Hong Kong office required, no flights needed, We've already helped thousands of businesses just like yours get set up quickly and easily. Here's the bottom line. Traditional banks in Hong Kong make it difficult for foreign-owned Hong Kong companies to open business accounts. But you don't actually need a traditional bank to run your Hong Kong business successfully. Licensed fintechs like Statrys have stepped in to fill the gap left by traditional banks. So foreign entrepreneurs and small business owners can successfully open a Hong Kong business account. Now that you understand the challenges of opening a business account with a traditional bank in Hong Kong and the alternatives available, it's up to you to decide what's right for your business. Traditional banks obviously have their pace, but for most people watching this video, entrepreneurs, consultants, small business owners, the fintech path often makes more sense. If you're ready to open your Hong Kong business account, visit statrys.com and click Get Started. Got questions? Reach out to us through live chat, WhatsApp, or email us at support@statrys.com. One final note before you apply. There may be eligibility restrictions whether you're a foreigner or not. Is your company even eligible for a business account? We've got a whole video series covering eligibility requirements that you can find in the description below. Watch that first and save yourself the time and frustration of applying for an account only to get rejected immediately for eligibility reasons. Thanks for watching.